What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Just taking that Sunday afternoon drive. Just came back from getting something to eat. I got Rita in the car with me. I can't shake her. I don't know how to get rid of her. She's sitting right there. I look over on the airplane. She right next to me. I go over to the casino. She there on the left. I go to tap my shoe. She said, I got it. She right there. I can't shake her. I don't know what to do about it. But we're going to continue to have this conversation because as you've seen, and you clicked on the video, so you know that the conversation that we're having has nothing to do with whether or not I'm a shake Rita. You know what I'm saying? It has everything to do with how you need to move financially, considering all of these buzzwords that's going on in the industry right now with regard to a recession. Recession. Yeah, I feel like I'm a part of the Migos. I say recession so much, and we address this subject so much that it just became a talking point instead of actually becoming something that you can do something about or prepare for. So a lot of you are already in a recession. You don't even know it yet, right? The economic growth is slowing down. Jobs are not as plentiful. We starting to hear a lot about layoffs. Inflation is out of control. Got a war going on in Ukraine. Logistics problems. Semiconductor chip shortage. They can't make cars fast enough. They can't get enough jobs. Now, if you got a specific job or you got a specific specialty, such as software engineering or something like that, you don't have to worry about it. That was one of the things that I learned during the 2008 recession is, you know what? I need to get something that I can always fall back on or fall into or leverage as a result of what's going on in society or in the economy at the moment. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you should and shouldn't do based off of what you shouldn't do first or what a common talking point is, but how you need to make a different adjustment in order to get better results. So, A, a lot of people will tell you, hey, buckle down, time to really settle in for this temporary or the long haul recession over the next few years to ensure that you got that job security. Now, the people will tell you this because they don't want you to be in a space to where you have to start making adjustments or you make any sudden moves and then you get laid off or you go into a position that seems like an opportunity. If you have stability, this is the safe thing to do. Now, they're not wrong when they tell you this, okay? It's not wrong to have stability during times of uncertainty. However, that's not living in abundance, that's survival, right? What I would tell you is don't lean on that in order to make sure that you're surviving, but instead go and get a second job, especially if you are a person that's in a specialty field or some novelty field. I know a lot of people are still working from home. They have not transitioned into this hybrid or going back into the industry and things like that. And I would say that you're not utilizing your time as effectively as you could. So I would say, hey, evaluate how it is that you're utilizing your time. Are you truly using a full 8 hours or even a 4 or 3 to get your job done? And most people are not, if we're being honest with ourselves. It's an opportunity to utilize that time more effectively and maybe get a second work from home job. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what it is that I see, how I get results, how I do things, how I would look at things, and how I push people, okay? So I would say get a second position and then leverage that position to continue to do the things that you need to do in order to really prepare yourself, such as taking advantage of the economy. Now, that's a whole nother talking point. I don't want to skip over to point 3 before I get to point 2, because one thing that I do want to tell you to do is, well, what they will tell you to do is maintain your lifestyle. Don't make any sudden moves when it comes to making big purchases. Don't buy any cars. Don't do any of that. Just stay stable for the long haul and make sure you put your money in a savings account. That's an issue. What I would tell you to do is don't save the money, but make sure you continue to pay stuff off. Because the goal is to reduce what you have to pay taxes on, which is the money that you bring home, right? and you want to reduce the amount of money that you then have to spend to pay bills. If you can reduce it, and again, they're going to tell you to save, and I'm going to tell you to pay. Always get rid of the money. I'm going to say that again. Always get rid of the money. If you got debt, get rid of the money, right? If you got a whole bunch of cash, do not put it in a savings account because it is not going to yield you any money. And with inflation being so high, you're actually losing money, but you feel more safe because you have cash, which the value of it continues to go down every single day. So point one, they're going to tell you to maintain this place and work there for the next 10 years. I'm going to tell you to make sure you get a second job and leverage that so you can be able to make more money. Point two, they're going to tell you to save, right? And get this high yield savings account, which there's really no such thing as a high yield savings account, and maintain your lifestyle. Don't make any sudden moves. I'm going to tell you to reduce the amount of money that you're spending or paying on different things by eliminating the bill altogether. You do not have you don't have to have a car note. You don't have to have a credit card bill. You don't have to have all of this other garbage that's not pouring into your life. Point three. Let's go back into the saving thing, right? Because most people will say you need to have this much in an emergency savings or whatever, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Bull crap, bro. When you got assets, you can pull from it in order to survive if you really need to. But if you executing on point 1 and 2, then we're not worried about that in the first place. So I would tell you to switch your mindset from a duress mindset and trying to survive, because everything is always going to be cyclical. It's always going to be a downturn. There's always going to be a recession. There's always going to be something that happens, right? I would tell you to look at everything as a buying opportunity, because recessions are opportunities for you to get really rich. More millionaires are made during recessions than any other time in history, because when everybody is going left, I go right. When everybody is going backwards, I'm going forward. When everybody trying to get out of the market, I see even more value in the companies that I truly believe in. Because in the Patreon, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, yo. We doing some great work. We got part 4 of building a business where I'm putting up $100,000 of my own money and letting the Patreon members manage it so that they can determine how it is that we need to budget and build this brick and mortar. And I'm showing them what it's like to actually own and build the business so that they can get the real experience. It's a lot of dope stuff and a lot of great people on the Patreon. I just came back from Vegas today where we did the Patreon meetup, and I don't know where I'm going next. I kind of got an idea, but make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon, because in there's a video where I talk about the 8 things that I look for when I'm looking to invest in a company. Has nothing to do with timing the market. That's called gambling, okay? Because nobody can truly predict when and where the market is going to go. The thing that you can do is make informed decisions about what great companies you should be investing in based off of those 8 things. So that's there. But to get back to my point, I'm not looking to hoard cash. I'm looking to get rid of it to buy assets such as companies that I truly believe in, that I think that there's a even greater market for me to dive into a specific company at a price point. Everything is on sale because everybody panics, right? Everybody panics. They start losing their mind like they haven't seen this in 2000, 2008, even the 80s and the 90s, 2016, 20, 22. Everything is cyclical and all comes back. It's just like what happened during the pandemic. Everybody panicked, and then we made over a 70%. Yo, that was the most insane. I made more money when the pandemic hit than any other time in my career as far as from an investment perspective. So you should be looking and shopping and be prepared with the companies that you truly believe in and understand, so you can make an informed decision when it comes to investing in them, so you can come out of this thing looking like a snack. You're going to be looking like a snack, like this red dress that Rita got on right now. Yeah, look, she trying to act sleep. She ain't sleep. Ain't nobody sleep. She's sitting there riding as we going around this river bend, and we going to have this conversation. So just a couple of little quick tips and hits for you guys. It's not necessarily an investment strategy because, again, I am not a financial advisor, but it's a mindset behind how it is that you obtain wealth by thinking differently than everybody else thinks. Because when everybody else is doing something, usually is wrong, because the majority of the people are normal or below poverty. It's a reason why they call it the 1%. 1%ers think differently than the majority, so why would you take your advice from people that don't know what the fuck they talking about? Real talk. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Again, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description. Join Fight Club. Tonight, we getting it popping on the other channel. It is absolutely lit. And then last but not least, if you want to kick it with your boy on a phone call, Zoom call, something like that, make sure you tap in with me. Go to my website, AntonDaniels.com. Hit the email button or the email link, or you can just email me at AntonDaniels413@gmail.com. My people gonna kick it with your people, and we gonna get you set up so that you can be super dope. I love you. I appreciate you. Happy bidding for new companies and new builds and new opportunities to go get that bag. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.